Hey everyone, my name is Thomas. Welcome to my channel. This is the Burning Gundam / God Gundam Full Suit Build Series Part 17. Today we're going to focus on the backpack. I had to completely reprint the entire backpack and wings. Just give me a second. As you can see, here's the backpack that I originally printed and started to paint. It is way too big and it's way too heavy, so I had to completely redo the entire backpack. I forget which axis is. I made it more squished so it's not sticking very far out from my back because I didn't want it to be pulling the entire chest back and constantly choking me. So, and I also have all the parts printed. I now have to weld them all together. I have all the parts labeled left and right so I know which side the parts are going on, so that way I'm not installing the parts on the wrong side and have to find a way to take it apart and then just redo it again. I have my wings on the floor in the same situation with the left and right written on there, and then I just have to weld these together and then go from there. And also what I did this time with the wings is that before I had each individual wing and I broke it up into 3 parts. This time I merged all the wings together and then I cut it, and now I'll weld it, so now there's going to be no gaps in between the wings at all, and it's going to be way more solid than anything that I could have done with trying to just weld them together. And it's also going to make it a little lighter because before I had it, when I was welding the parts together, I was using a lot of PLA to help weld it together. So, and I was making the backpack even heavier because I'm worried about the suit being heavy, like I've said before. But I believe this time I've got it right, and also with constantly printing, I've gotten better at figuring out how to make things print better, to make them stronger, and also to make them lighter and not use a lot of filament. These wings are either at 3 or 4% infill, but I always print them on a 45-degree angle so the axis is going at an angle. It's not just straight line, so it's got a stronger grip to it. And I also forgot the core part of the backpack. I had originally printed it, it was about 3 to 4% infill, so this time I tried 0% infill but with 5 walls. I thought it was initially a good idea, but then there was just a big empty void inside. So what I did, I cut a little hole inside and I used this gap filler spray. I'm not 100% sure if it worked, but it added some weight. I'm not going to pick it up because it's still got a pretty strong smell because I used that filler spray in there, and I also did some Bondo and Bondo spot putty to help kind of strengthen it just a little bit more, because when I get all the wings all done, then I have to weld these wing holders to that core part of the backpack and also with the thrust. Okay, welding. Okay, so I got most of the backpack and wings together, as you can see here. The wings already have a first layer of paint on there, and also was working on trying to smooth out these seams here. And on this side here, as you can see, I got some Bondo spot putty on there to help try to get rid of more of the seams if possible. Like I said before, I'm not going to try to kill myself trying to completely get rid of these seam lines, because it's going to be almost impossible. Okay, and here is the backpack all fully assembled, and also have a layer of gold paint under there, because this is going to be mostly dark blue, and most of these thrusters here are going to be a very, very dark gray, and inside here is going to be either yellow or orangey yellow. I still have to double check the picture for good reference. And as you can see here, I already have the bolts already welded in there. These bolts are not going to come out again. They are welded in there, so they're in there permanently. And then I'll just go through again to sand it down and see if I can smooth out some of the seams a little bit better. But if it doesn't work, it's fine, because nobody's going to see it, because everybody's going to be looking at the front of the suit and everything else that's going with it. So, and with the weather getting colder, I'm unable to do any more painting outside. So I need to wait until the weather gets better so I can continue working on painting. I could probably work on sanding this down a little bit more to make it just a little bit better for when, if there is a nice day, I can actually go out, throw a layer of paint on there just to see how I'm doing with covering all the seams. And this wing doesn't weigh that much at all, which is great, which I'm hoping it won't break once I attach this to the backpack itself. I'm still not 100% sure how I want to fully attach it. I don't know if I want to fully just weld it on there, or if I want to just run some bolts through holding it in place. Well, I'll have to figure it out, because if I weld it on it, then the wings are running permanently out like this, which is going to make it harder to move around with the wings attached. That is it for right now. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and also don't forget to hit the thumbs up to let me know that you liked the video. Thank you for watching.